That
So is that a no?
That would be a no. I don't believe you've seen any. You've seen the glow of my eyes. You've seen the areas on my helmet of my eyes glow.
How do you manage to actually move? So confused.
With muscles like everyone else.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, like, how is... If all of your body is covered up, wouldn't that be like really hard to move in? It would pretty
No.
much be walking like a suit of, well,
Not all of it's covered with metal.
oh,
Well,
It's plate armor, so it's metal plates on top of like a
Chain
white
on top of leather normally.
yeah, it's on top of like a white coloured tabard style, like gambeson kind of thing.
yeah, that's a lot. That makes it. a
So
lot.
there is no skin on show as far as you've seen, you know, unless you've stared really intently at a gap in the.
I think that might be happening soon. Now that
Are we actually having this conversation?
I guess.
We'll have the conversation about taking the helmet off. Yeah, because
I'm back, by the way. I've no idea what happened there, but yeah.
We're all getting naked. That's what's happening. Don't worry.
No.
Correct answer, Cormac. Well done.
any of the halflings around got tattoos, Sam?
None that you can spot. No.
Okay, fine.
Yeah. Anything else anybody wanted to do for the evening, or
Not for the evening, I don't think.
cool? Okay.
Just waiting for Carl to try and pin me down and take the helmet off. I was going to kill him.
I think you all paid for rooms, didn't you, rather than staying on the boat overnight, didn't you? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nice. That's cool.
Does R2 have a different smell to him for Pepper to smell?
A different smell, different from what? I
Yeah,
guess.
a non-human smell.
No, not particularly. Nothing that sort of triggers anything in her anyway. Nothing that sort of seems strikingly unusual, no.
Where he said he doesn't take his helmet off. Elwyn is now wondering what he is.
He's just horrifically ugly. He looks like Jack.
I'm a Garbanoid. Also, that's rude.
That is what we're currently deciding whether we've got to kill him now.
I'm a Garbanoid.
He's a Garbanoid sent to get the
Yeah.
book.
I'm Murdery. I'm Murdery the halfling,
Murdery.
grown
Yeah,
into a
what's it?
7 foot tall
So
person.
you're 7 feet tall.
I'm 2 halflings in a suit of armor.
How old was he? How tall was he? Not how old was he. How tall was he?
5'11".
It's a bit tall. Actually,
Assuming Artur goes up to bed before Carl, as you walk away, could that be Z in a suit?
You can make a perception check.
Oh.
It could be.
Yeah.
Every piece of logical information points towards that.
I've drunk too much. Or not
Yeah, I
enough.
mean, you certainly you spend a bit of time watching the movement and watching the general sort of gait. You don't see anything that's a definitive link, no.
How big are fire beetles? Oh, giant fire beetle.
How big are giant fire beetles?
They're quite
Giant.
In Zero Creatures, can I, like, summon a horde of small bees or small flies?
Yeah, probably.
So I could have a load of flies hiding in Arthur's room.
Potentially.
Oh, that. Even how amusing it does sound.
Yeah, you have a good look, but you don't see anything that's a definitive link, no. Just before midnight, the two brothers behind the bar, sort of for anyone that is left still in the bar at that point, sort of signal for everyone that it's sort of closing time. You You see, most people have sort of filtered out by this time anyway. But there's a handful left still. You see, it all starts sort of slowly figuring out. Any of you that are left, sort of head up to your rooms for a good night's sleep, and probably far more comfortable than the cargo hold you spent last night in. Can I get once again? Can I get everybody to make a perception check for me?
Yes.
It's getting better.
Nice. Just after midnight, Carl and Arthur, you're both awoken by some noise. You can hear what sounds like clashing of metal, almost like combat. You both sort of wake in your rooms, and you both quite sort of hear it outside. Head over to the windows. Outside the window, you can see those 4 halfling guards that you encountered inside the Salty Heron. They are outside in the street, just slightly down from the inn itself. You can see they appear to be in some form of combat, or at least heated debate, with a figure in full body armor. This person has like heavy, almost like what's a good way to describe this? Iron Man-ish, I guess. Almost like we're talking like, rather than suit as in like plate armor, we're talking like a suit of armor, like an armored suit. And rather than full combat, this person almost seems slightly taunting. As you both sort of look out and see, you're almost taken aback as there's a movement of hands from this armored person, and all of a sudden, three more identical visages appear out and just around from the same one. There's now 4 of them stood together. And you see these guards begin sort of clashing. They sort of run towards one of them. One of them disappears and just sort of disappears as quick as it did. And they sort of 2 of the guards bang into each other and sort of fall down onto the ground. Another one takes a swing with one of those swords through and just cuts through this sort of illusionary version of this figure. There's 2 left. One of them slowly just sort of disappears, and there's just the one figure left, sort of stood there. And you can't see, but you can't hear where you're looking through it. But you can see there is some kind of conversation going on between the 2 guards that are still on their feet and this figure. As there's like a sort of slight pause, and then just immediately this figure is just gone. There's no puff, there's no movement. You can see nothing. It's as if nothing was ever there. You can see all 4 of the guards immediately sort of slightly panic. They sort of get up to their feet and begin looking around quite desperately, and then they dash off down the street.
They all go in the same direction down the street.
All 4 of them, you see they split into 2 groups of 2 and go off in different directions, clearly trying to find this person they were encountering, conversing with.
Carl will watch the street for a minute,
Mm-hmm.
and then when the armoured thing doesn't reappear, gonna go out and knock on Artier's door.
Who is it?
Carl,
Yeah, come in.
just saw your armoured friend.
Saw it too. You ready to go?
Yeah.
You see at this point, Arthur is like full plate, ready to go.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping you'd be like in your 90 with the big floppy hat, but you're not.
Big floppy what?
Do you want to go and looks like you're ready. Do you want to get the other 2, and I'll go and grab my sword?
Yeah, Arthur puts on the two gauntlets, which are the only bits of armor not currently equipped, and then
Could I see his hands at
yeah.
that point?
nope, wearing thick cloth gloves. Or you assume that either that or Arthur is made out of cloth.
It would not be the weirdest thing.
Yeah, I will. I went up first. I go to Carl. Carl, which room are they in?
I'm just going to shout, Elwyn! Nix!
Yeah.
Get up.
Oh, why? At the middle of the night.
Come Matt, get up.
Yeah, wake up.
Fine.
Come on. Got shit
So
heads to fight.
when they open their doors, I go, those rooms.
Good stuff. Well done. Grab your sword.
Don't use a sword.
I said that to Carl.
I'll go
Obviously.
I'll go and
Go.
grab it.
Elwyn, grab your bow.
Do you have the rapier now then on Carl?
It's in the room, yeah.
You can't
do you
take rapier. No, I'm not very good at rapiers.
Can you not
I think
use
I am,
rapiers?
I
feel like you
think he can, but I think as a character, I don't think he's used them.
What, you're a ranger, yeah?
Yeah. I like to play the character. He's not really used them that often.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, you can. You are proficient in martial weapons, so you could use a rapier if you wanted to. Just a heads up.
Well, do you
Yeah,
want to use
to
it?
kill the gods.
Nick, I hope you've got something that's not,
Yeah.
to attract everyone in the world. Come on, gotta go.
Go. I'm not going to take the rapier with me. I'm going to put it under the bed, under the mattress.
Yeah. Okay.
It's bound to be safe there.
Do you want me to leave Pepper in there with it?
Yeah, if she doesn't want to come, that's fine.
Yeah.
That would be good.
You can protect the stuff.
Let's go.
I saw which way they went, right? Which way the guards went.
Yeah. Yeah. You saw. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna march everyone out to where this altercation was happening.
Mhm.
Carl saw where that was as well, and I just say to her, right, give me just a sec, and I will burn a use of my divine sense to see if there is anything. What is it I get? Celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet of where I am. See if anything is still hanging around. If there's some shenanigans going on.
No, you get no read from it.
Okay, there's nothing strange going on here. Suppose we go the way the guards went?
The gods went in two different directions, didn't they? But
I thought they went one way.
I think they split up, went in twos.
Oh.
One that way, one that way. Let's choose a direction and
Yeah, I think we need to stick together, right?
wander. Yeah, just wander around for a bit.
Okay. We'll keep an ear out for like any noise. Their guards are fully armored, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So they may make a bit of noise or whatever. They're probably not moving awfully quickly. So yeah, keep an ear out as we're going. We'll pick, one of the two directions. Doesn't matter which, and we'll just walk that way.
Yeah. I'll get you all whilst you're in the area quick to make another perception check for me, I guess.
Oh, we get to just click a button this time.
Yeah, I've stopped being lazy.
Oh, it
Let's
didn't go
go.
well. Yeah, go on, Nix.
Nix is good
Oh,
at his
and
perceptions.
Oh, Pepper.
Yeah, no, Pepper's not
Pepper-
here. So.
Pepper's looking out the window.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Pepper's not there. Yeah, whilst you're all sort of looking around briefly, Nix, you catch a smell of something actually. You're sort of looking around trying to catch what any kind of hint of what's going on in the area, and you catch this quite foul smell actually. You look down, there's just in the gutter on the edge of the street where you are, there's a small almost looks like a toy, like a little metal looks almost like a puzzle or something. You pick it up and you have a look quick. It just looks like it's like some kind of like small child's toy puzzle fidget toy type contraption. But as soon as you pick it up, it has this overwhelming odor of like just waste and sewage. Like it's weird. The item itself, it looks clean. It's not rusty. It's not dirty. It's not wet. But it stinks like a sewer. Absolutely overwhelmingly.
I kind of point out to the group and like say that, this doesn't really smell right. I guess.
Gosh, that reeks.
And
Yeah.
it is. It's quite overpowering.
Is it? Obviously, it stings.
Mm.
Is it like magical?
Yeah, you hold it and you get a sense of it. And yeah, it's clearly infused with some kind of magic, some kind of sort of enchantment on it.
Oh my god! Is it a magic stink bomb? That's literally what it is, isn't it? Fuck, that's so cool. Does it feel like it's something that's obviously grabbing a hold of it and does it feel like it would require to be attuned to it to use it, or could I, if I hold it and kind of think for it to stop smelling, does it do anything?
Doesn't seem to react in any kind of way. It doesn't feel like there's definitely a sense of magic on it, but it doesn't feel like it's something that can be activated, deactivated. This is just a sort of, it looks handmade, like a handmade children's toy, but it just magically stinks.
Brilliant. This makes me happy.
This smells of artificer. Literally.
Let's see what you did.
Is this near where the armored figure was and then disappeared?
Oh yeah, this is the spot where you guys saw this little confrontation take place. Yeah.
Would this be why they ran away, do you think? Because they just started smelling this? Is it an overpowering enough smell that it would make people want to just leave as soon?
Once you get close to it, yeah, it's pretty overpowering. Like you wouldn't want to sort of hold it and take a deep breath of it for any good reason, no.
Got some kind of prankster in our midst. This is interesting.
It does feel like it, doesn't it?
Because the guy said that it seemed like the figure was enjoying antagonizing them, but also that it seemed like they knew them, and they couldn't explain how, but it felt like that they knew them.
Oh, it's Baron's son.
Interesting.
So you reckon this thing is actually magical?
I think it's enchanted, at the very least.
I've got an idea for tomorrow. Need to go shopping.
Okay.
God's sake, Nix, put that thing in your pocket or something. It reeks.
I'm not the one that's holding it. I thought Artie was. Whatever.
I am currently holding it, yeah.
Put it in your pocket then. You got any pockets?
Yeah, I have plenty of pockets. This ain't going in one. It stinks.
Get out of a bit of cloth, I guess maybe from the healer's kit, something like that. Wrap the thing up in it. Does that help at all?
It does a little, but it's still pretty strong. But yeah, it at least sort of dulls it a little.
I'll take it. I'll stick it in the bottom of the bag that I'm carrying, or come on. It's dark. It's cold. I've paid for a room. Let's go and find someone to hit.
Yeah. Which way are you going? Because the four guards you saw split into two groups of two. You got a preference on which way you guys want to go?
I reckon.
One group seemed to be heading sort of further into town. The other one seemed to be heading towards the docks where you sort of left the ship the night last night.
What do you reckon? Into town?
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah, it's quite quiet at this time. There's not a lot. There's not a lot of sort of signs of life or anything around. Yeah, you spend a bit of time. You sort of make your way around town, looking for anything, listening out for any kind of combat, looking for any figures, listening for sounds of anyone around. Can you sort of make an investigation check for me?
Last. Something I get pluses in.
Oh, I think I get a minus to this.
Nick's
Yep.
still on.
I get a minus to this.
How have I managed this?
Yeah, you spend a little bit of time following around. Nyx, you spot everyone else seems to miss it, but you spot two of these halfling guards, just down a side alley as you're sort of looking around some of the streets. And you can see the two of them. You can see them they're sort of down this alleyway. It's like an unlit alley. You just sort of spot the sort of slight glint of the armor in the moonlight, which the rest of the party seem to miss. You can see they're both at the far end of the alley, maybe 40, 50 feet from the street edge. Yeah, they just seem to be stood still down there. They don't really seem to be doing anything that you can see where you are currently. What would you like to do?
Wait, so what? I'll go stop the part and then I'll point towards it. And say, look, over there. And yeah.
Yeah, you all watch on. You look quick and you sort of watch for sort of 15, 20 seconds. The guards are still motionless, and it's at that point you realise they're actually kind of just like slumped up, both of them.
Oh.
They're not moving at all.
I'm gonna try and walk, kind of run over to them stealthily. And,
Run over
check.
to them stealthily.
Yeah, just check if they're okay.
Cool. Make a stealth check for me.
Well, okay.
Nice. Plus 11, it's all right.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah, you do. You pick up a bit of pace, but you slink from shadow to shadow. It's almost like you've done this in the past. You dash over to them and you see both of them. They're both just they're both sort of leaning up against this, sort of leant up against this building edge, almost they're almost as if they're sort of like leaning over a wall, looking over the edge of it. They're just sort of like they're both unconscious. They look unharmed. You have a quick look. You can't see. There's no sort of blades or cuts across them. They don't even look bruised or anything. They just both seem unconscious. They don't look like they've come to any sort of heavy harm.
Can I look around to see if I see anyone else running away or whatever?
Yeah, make this. You can do as you got the investigation check with advantage. You can do this with 20. You can do this with advantage if you want.
Oh, never mind.
That's
Okay.
pretty, roll d20 see if you can do better than 18. But yeah, 24 is not bad.
It's 20's out the way now.
Yeah, I'm trying my best. Yeah, 24 will do next. You see no hint of anything. You can't hear any sound. You see no movement. Your eyes are pretty, decently attuned to night. You've spent a lot of time slinking around Griffinsteel at this time of night. You're sort of used to looking out for movement, any sort of reflection of lights and surfaces. You see absolutely nothing.
Okay. August. How hard would it be to stealthily get back with these two bodies?
Stealthily get back to where? Stealthily get back to the inn.
Party. No, to the party.
Oh, I
He just
mean,
come over to you.
yeah,
Oh, okay. Then yeah.
yeah.
I kind of tell him to, come here.
Can I search one of the guards' bodies?
Yeah, absolutely.
Investigation?
I mean, if you're just searching their pocket, I mean, they're unconscious, no need for a check or anything. You don't find anything particular of note. They've each got a short sword on them. But that's it. Nothing else in particular that stands out.
And there's no sign of why they're unconscious.
They look entirely unharmed. There's no bruising. There's no wounds. Neither of them have their weapons drawn. But yeah, they just seem like they're unconscious. They're definitely breathing. They seem fine. Their vital signs, you can sort of feel pulse. It feels normal.
So I splash water in one of their faces to see if it wakes them up.
Yeah, good idea.
Yeah, you can do that. As soon as you do, he immediately sort of shakes himself. You see him shaking. He's like, "Where the hell did he go? Who? Are you working with him?"
No, he just wanted to check if you're okay. Because you guys are kind of slumped against the wall.
What's?
We understand. It's a night shift. You've probably been drinking.
How dare you, sir?
Just closed your eyes for a few minutes.
Absolutely not. And I would not have this kind of besmirchment sent back to the Baron.
What did happen then? I hate to tell the Baron that you were asleep.
Yeah, that one.
Maybe it has just been a long shift. Be about your business. Be gone. Who
I literally just helped you.
who are you for?
We just, I guess passers by. Looking through the town.
Passers by with names?
I think a better question is, what's your name? Who do I tell the Baron was asleep on his job? Sleep on the job.
Firstly, how dare you, sir?
Your first
mate.
name is how dare you, sir?
Your mate's still asleep.
As you say, he sort of reaches over and shakes him. The other one just immediately sort of wakes. And he says, Farris, where did he go? This one turns around and goes, shh, silence recommend. It must have been it's been a long shift. The two of us, we must have just drifted off, but all is fine now. These gentlemen will be about their way and we'll be about ours.
Have a good shift.
And whereabouts are you headed now?
Why do you want to know? You want to make sure we don't come back and find you sleeping again?
When the Baron's hands ask for your business, in Hailing Cove, you tell us. You may not be from around here, but you will respect the Baron's authority.
Well, I mean, why? He's not got anything over us. So.
And as soon as you say that, one of these two halflings draws his short sword and points at you, Nix. And
I'm unarmed. I don't have any weapons, so I don't know why you're drawing a weapon at me.
How close am I to these guys?
you're all within like 5 to 10 feet of each other.
This guy's like half the size of me, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I would like to Sparta kick him.
Yes.
Okay. I suggest we'll roll for initiative.
Yeah, fuck this guy.
I'll have to draw my sword.
I'm pretty sure there was a training section of this when we were in the guard about
Not escalating.
about not picking on halflings because they're not as easy a target as they look.
Yeah, but he's little and I'm going to kick him. He threatened my friend. I will not stand for it.
You could just, what's it called? You know the thing that they do, like tall people do to short people, where you like just put your
Put
hand
my
out
arm
on
out,
their
yeah.
head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I
Put a hand
can't
on
reach
your
me.
head. Yeah.
I got plate armor on my arms. You can't even cut through that.
Yeah. Next, you're going to be grabbing his hand and making him punch himself
Stop
in the
hitting
face.
yourself. Stop hitting yourself.
Yeah. You bullies.
Give me one moment, because you'll be surprised to hear I didn't suspect you would start a combat with these guys. So I'm just...
Drew a weapon on us.
I think, Your Honour, you'll find they started it.
Yeah. I mean, did we wake up? We didn't wake up the second one, right?
No, the other one
He-
woke him up,
he-
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Damn it.
And then they said their names in a comically Dad's Army fashion, which I've failed to write down.
Rickamin and Faurus.
Recommend.
Yeah, I wrote that down. In fact, I've taken a lot of notes since this
Good.
started happening.
Excellent.
Was actually I made needlessly sarcastic comments last time.
Yeah, it was really mean. I do my best.
I do feel bad about that because, as far as I can tell, the only person that it actually affects is Jake. Because the rest of us go, oh, you didn't take any
Yeah,
notes.
none of you fuckers take any notes.
But we do appreciate it, sort of.
I appreciate it because it gives me something to go back and clean up without having to keep them myself.
Oh,
I appreciate
we're on
you,
a
Jake.
blank battle now.
Oh,
Oh, of course I roll first.
You are top of initiative. Yeah, this one here is the one that pulls his sword towards you, and Arteris sort of steps up and sort of kicks him back as we roll for initiative.
Wait, so has the kick been landed yet?
Yeah, it does no damage, but it sort of pushed him back a little, and that's what's triggered the initiative.
Okay. Well, I'm not gonna draw the short sword. I'm just gonna use the, well, not short. I'm not gonna use the actual sword, the cane sword. I'm gonna use, it as
Oh,
a cane.
yeah, you've got the cane sword, haven't you?
You can use the bludgeoning version of it, yeah.
Yeah. So how do I do? Do I shift? Use shift.
Yeah, hold shift when you use it.
Okay, I'm just gonna walk up to this one and smack him.
Yeah.
Actually, no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. So I have a smarter idea. I'm gonna move here.
Do you?
Okay. And then you see what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do this really fun thing. So do I hold shift to do?
For the bludgeoning
Bludgeoning.
version, yeah.
Yeah. Good stuff.
I mean, it still wasn't a gunshot. That would have been an immediate misfire, so...
No, it wouldn't.
Doesn't yours misfire on a
scores
2?
on your gun, I think.
Yeah.
Oh wait, yeah, never mind. But yeah, then I'm gonna attack again because multi-attack.
Yep.
That's better.
Nice.
There's my fun
Yeah,
damage.
you hit him for 7 bludgeoning damage.
I don't have. Was that plus thingy? Sneak attack.
Yeah, you should have got sneak attack on that, shouldn't you?
He's not a rogue, right?
Wow.
Oh,
Oh,
I
wow.
see.
Yes, you should have got sneak attack, and that didn't
don't
happen
have-
for some reason.
I don't have anything on features about sneak attack, by the way. If that...
Is sneak attack not a second level rogue thing?
Oh, it
No,
might
it's
be.
first.
No, it's first.
Okay.
It's first.
Interesting. Give me 1 second, and I'll put that on your character sheet. Maybe I forgot to set that up, and I'll set everything up. I'm very sorry.
Silly Sam.
Thank you. Where is sneak attack?
Thank you.
There you go. I've put it on there for now. You should have got. Is it just 1d6 at level 1, isn't it? I think.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just roll an extra d6. I mean, I'll apply it, but it should happen automatically from now on. How did I forget that? There you go. Do an additional 3. Anything else you would like to do next?
No.
Okay. Arthur. Also, sorry for not setting that up and us dampening the reveal that you're now a rogue.
Yeah, it's fine.
Pretty cool. Now we won't be getting it wrong when we go. You're a rogue, right?
Don't know any different.
You've always been a rogue.
Cormac wanted to multicast, so I watched IB. I was like, rogue seems like a very obvious choice for your character. And also decent anyway for a gunslinger.
Fighter rogue is a good combo.
Sneak attack on gunshots seems good.
Hey, are you just building Ushi? Is that what you're doing? It's exactly what you're going to end up like. It was great. Right. It's me.
It's you.
That's me. Yeah. I mean, I don't want to, as much as they've just pissed me off by trying to throw their weight around at Nyx. I don't want to kill them, so I just like bash my fists together, and I'm gonna go in unarmed and just punch the shit out of this guy. See what happens.
Yeah, 8 bludgeon damage.
Oh. Misses? What?
He's reeling.
Not happy about this. Do I have a bonus action? I mean, maybe, but I'm not. I'm gonna choose to not to. I don't know. But from previous understandings, do I know is Nyx high armor class, low armor class? To be as annoyingly meta-y about it as possible, because I can't think of a in-character way of putting it. How well armored is Nyx?
Are you asking?
Nyx has studded leather armor.
I'm going to. I have my holy symbol glows around my neck, and a small faint glow appears around Nyx's form, and I will cast a shield of faith on you.
Nice.
Oh, that's cool.
You just have a faint. You just the outline of you just is glowing ever so slightly with like this, almost sun like the color of a sunrise.
Kind of like look at my hand and I'm like, whoa, that's cool.
He's made you a glowing target in the dark.
Oh.
That is
Yeah,
true.
but just you wait till he gets hit.
Fairy fire.
Elwyn.
Alwyn's going to refuse to fight and saying he's not going to attack guards doing their jobs. And Alwyn's just going to leave.
Elwyn's learnt from session 1 where he stabbed those people out of nowhere.
Doing their jobs. Threatening visitors is doing their jobs.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure it isn't, actually. But
So I'm going to go like the furthest distance I can, and I'm just
Yeah.
going to hide in a bush and kind of watch out of sight.
That's fine.
I'm going to go a distance I know they can't see, but I can see them with dark vision.
This one here steps forward next. He sees you shining, but it doesn't put him off as he swings his short sword at you, which misses and just swings it back a second time across you. which also misses. And that other one, the one that initially pulled his sword to you, he just does the same thing. Swings a short sword at you twice. And misses both times.
See?
Well,
Glowing. It's good.
Carl.
I'm just going to step to there. And I'm not going to attack. I'm just going to tell him to back off and put the sword down. I've got the sword the great sword pointing at him.
Oh. Fucking hell.
Nice. He takes his 2 swings at Nyx, misses the second one. At the same time, you step forward and, like I say, just put your sword towards him. And he...
Yeah, go on.
He sort of stops for a second. He looks at his friend, who's already taken a couple of hits, and just goes, Rickaman, they did find us sleeping on the job. Perhaps we can all just let them go about their business, and we'll call this a night. The other one, you see, he sort of moves his hand across his cheek where you struck him with that bludgeoning strike with the cane, Nyx, and he goes, fine. Why don't you follow your friend, the 3 of you, and don't stay in town any longer than you have to.
you can't tell us what to do.
You'd be surprised.
Yeah, we didn't say you could go. I want to know why you were sleeping on the job.
Rickaman, the other one, he sort of like just looks at you, but the one you sort of intimidating, he immediately just goes, he did something to us. I didn't fall. Rickaman, I don't want any part of this. He did something to us. You know he put us to sleep. And the other one...
Who's this?
Go on.
I was going to say, who's this he guy then?
Rickaman turns around and goes, Faris, just keep your mouth shut. Rickaman goes, no, this isn't worth trouble. I'd rather face the Baron than... We don't know who he is. He's just... keeps sticking his nose in the Baron's business.
What does the Baron do then? Why does he do this stuff?
The Baron runs the town, but this vigilante's taken it upon himself to... I don't know. He just seems to take some kind of pleasure in getting in the Baron's way.
But from like what I've heard of the Baron, he's a bit, iffy.
Rickaman sort of he sort of looks at you a little bit defiantly. He goes, "You be careful what you say about Baron Vincus."
I mean, like, he's from what like he just, Have you thought what it would be like if there was like a different leader? Have you ever thought of that?
And Rickaman, he looks at you this time and he goes, This is none of your business. You're in it
because we found you sleeping on the job, and we can just tell the Baron and get you, fired, and then all that stuff will happen. So it is kind of our business.
He just sort of snorts at you and he goes, "Sure."
Okay. Where can we find the Baron then?
The Baron will be in his office tomorrow morning, the same as every morning, to deal with anything that the citizens of the town need from him.
Okay. Thank you.
At this point, Rickamin sort of steps back and he puts his short sword back in the sheath. And he looks over at you in particular, Artir, and he goes, "You think a couple of extra feet makes you tough? We'll find out next time."
Hey, if
There won't be a next time.
I'm sorry, you threatened my friend. I didn't appreciate it. I don't appreciate what I had to do because of it. I don't enjoy that. If you'd like, I can help. I can cure any damage I've done.
Just get out of town. And they turn and walk off. As they walk off, you can see the two of them. You can just sort of, you can hear them just very slightly, just sort of bickering and arguing a little bit.
Hmm.
That was an experience.
That was fun.
Um,
How'd you fancy hunting a vigilante?
I feel like he's got the right thing going for him. But yeah, if you want to. I want to get these guys fired just because they threatened me. So can we do that first or second?
It's only part of it.
Okay.
So he must have gone this way.
I mean, that's probably fighting or trying to fight us is probably delayed. Like, well, he's probably been able to escape further now.
Yeah, I think you're probably right. Well, maybe Elwyn's been tracking him. Old man,
Yeah,
you
that
around?
is-
Yeah.
What?
Nix, what is going on with you tonight?
Hold on. It might be my new dice.
It is.
He's actually just got the manual dice rolling turned on.
Ridiculous. Yeah, you all sort of look for any kind of signs of that, but yeah, Nix, you seem to be on the right sort of line of things. Between the head start that this vigilante clearly had, and you guys having to sort of get dressed and wake each other up. Finding that magical stink bomb and this encounter here, it's probably pretty sensible to assume they've probably they've probably escaped you or eluded you for this evening.
Well, there's always tomorrow.
I just want to get the boat and go. Got things to do.
Go to where?
Martial folk. Martial.
Oh wait, yeah.
Oh yeah, that.
Sorry.
So if that's anything else to do before you head back to your rooms.
No, don't think so.
Yeah. You head back to the Salty Heron, where you have a uninterrupted rest of the night.
Before I go to sleep,
Yeah.
in the privacy of the room, gonna unpack that smelly thing,
Oh yeah.
Nice.
and I'm gonna
Nah.
just spend some time. Thank you. Spend some time looking at it.
Yeah.
And I don't. Did I get a chance to go back to Z's before we left?
You did, yeah.
So I'll just get out some of those like notes and that sort of spellcasting 101 stuff that was there, and just sort of reading through it. I'll then realise that I still don't have the pearl, and then I'll put it away again. and go, "That's annoying," and I will tomorrow. I will identify it. Yeah, so I'll just spend some time studying that and
Yeah.
and
Have you
stuff.
told Elwyn you need a pearl?
I have not told Elwyn that I need a pearl. Do I know Elwyn's got a pearl?
Don't know. Probably not.
No, probably not. No, we can find out tomorrow when I go and buy one. Okay, yeah, and that's it. So I will fail to do what I was going to do.
Cool. Yeah, the next morning you head back down to the docks, to this merchant ship you were on. The captain's got some pretty disappointing news. He tells you the boat's more heavily damaged than they suspected. He says it is taking on water. It's not an immediate threat, but they can't carry on out of port until it's repaired. It's going to take the best part of 5 to 6 days to complete the repairs on the boat.
Oh, just go by land, can't we?
Walking. So if you want to go from land, there's no Hailing Cove doesn't have a lightning rail that comes through, so lightning rail's not an option. On foot from here, you're probably looking at sort of 3 to 4 days, maybe even a little longer.
Horse and cart.
Cross country. I don't know.
Whilst you're having this conversation, you begin talking about some sort of alternate options. One of the sort of local dock workers that's helping repair the boat, he looks up at you and he says, if you're looking for transport, you're in luck. The Baron's got some ships he's looking to sell.
Oh,
I don't know if you want to buy a ship.
I don't know. Can you imagine if we owned a ship?
More like a carriage. Cart.
How much is a ship?
It's the Baron's ship. I couldn't name a price for it. You'd have to speak to him.
Maybe we'll go say hi at some
We
point.
could find out. I reckon.
What's a
Let's,
coinky dink?
Yeah, let's spend the. Tell you what, Owen, we'll spend the day in town. Get a feel of the place. See what else there is. And then we can decide. We'll decide today whether we're going to set out tomorrow cross country or whether we'll wait for the boat. How's that?
Oh, did we get a long rest by the way, Sam?
Oh yeah, sorry. Overnight, everyone gets a long rest. Yeah.
I think I'm the only one it probably matters for, but I did use a spell slot.
So, I'd like to go shopping, Sam. I know
What?
you enjoy that.
Yeah.
I want to buy a pearl.
Pearl worth 50 gold? 100 gold?
100 gold. I'm not actually sure I've got 100 gold.
We all have like 300 gold from...
Yeah.
I have
Well,
3
dude.
pearls on me.
There are only 2 sort of true sort of merchants in town. There is a general store named the Old Shrine, named after the building it's in, which is...
An old shrine.
You got it. And there is a blacksmith's as well, the Smelting Pot.
So you got a pearl, old man?
Oh yeah, I got 3.
I'll buy one off you.
Yeah?
And I don't suppose you got any owl feathers.
No.
Well, we'll head to the old shrine. I'll see if I can get some owl feathers. But yeah, how much do you want for that pearl?
Yeah, you can just have it.
Yeah, so Sam, head to the old shrine
Yeah.
and do they happen to have any feathers?
They do not know.
Frustrating.
Quite specific.
Do you want to try and find an owl?
They also don't have one of those either.
Yeah, that would have been.
What? They don't have any owls?
Not for sale at the
exactly.
general store, no.
What if I just go and hunt an owl?
Oh, I thought you were just desperate to use that conjure animals. I was pretty sure the answer was going to be, what if I just...
Yeah, well, that's what he means by hunt. He just means go round the corner, summon an owl, rip off some feathers, come back. There you go.
Then that won't work.
Oh, do they disappear? Oh,
They're fey.
oh, that wouldn't work.
I was meaning I'm gonna go and summon 8 eagles to go and hunt an owl, or
But if you can get some feathers today, that would be.
I summon 8 owls to find more owls.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, if you want to do that, that will save me shopping.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go off in the where's a big forest area?
There's quite a few like forested areas around the town. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go and find one more. I see a load of wildlife.
Yeah, that's all good. No worries. You can do that. What's everyone else doing in the meantime? Does anybody else got any business they're looking to take care of? Or...
I'm assuming this isn't the right kind of place, like, in terms of how much they sell to buy, like, healing potions?
You can have a look in the general store, but I don't believe so. No.
Oh, is it openable? Because I
Oh
can't-
yeah, it should be. Yeah.
It doesn't do anything when I double click it.
Exciting. How about now?
Oh. No. It's just begging you to put on a silly voice and pretend to be a shopkeeper, Sam.
When I'm not doing merchant shopping sessions, you know my feelings on this.
Other than so, other than that, next we want to go. Do you want to go and
Speak to the Baron.
speak to the Baron?
Yeah, let's speak
I
to the
think-
Baron. I want to get some people fired.
Have we seen anywhere? Actually, general store would be a good place. Do they sell the record here?
Yeah, they would do. Yeah.
Rip every single one up.
Is it would it be? Well, I guess it would travel about the same speed we did. We weren't exactly quick, were we? Interesting.
Does it have the newest record release?
Yeah, what's the latest issue of the record it's got? Does it mention? Ah, all of a sudden.
Oh, I got into the old shrine.
I think
Oh,
now.
I'm in. I'm in.
I'm in the old
Magic.
shrine now.
Oh no, I'm not in.
Oh, I am.
I X'd it off and then went to open it again, and it didn't work.
Just a singular spear. I love it.
Yeah, it's not actually for sale. Someone just left it here by mistake. Yeah, there isn't anything in there that looks like an owl.
Oh, there's no thieves' tools either.
Well, they wouldn't call them thieves' tools, would they?
What they call them then?
That's a good question.
Would
Oh,
Black...
I wonder if the reason you couldn't open it was because you don't have a token on the map. I bet that will let you open it.
Yes, I agree. I can now open it. Oh, I
I can sell
things.
my city watch for it.
I can open things now. Oh, there's hunting traps here.
It tells me how much my background is worth. Just so we're clear.
I think it won't actually let you. It shows classes and
doesn't let
backgrounds,
me
but won't
sell it.
actually let you sell them. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I can sell my subclass.
That's
Brilliant.
quite
Oh,
cool.
hold on.
Apparently, my sword is worth nothing.
Oh, my ring of animal influence is free. Okay.
However, my chain shirt, 25 gold. That's pretty good.
My armor, 750 gold.
Magic items. If you're trying to sell Cormac, you can certainly try, but you know, picking the correct audience. You are still within Austral.
How are you
So
on about?
I'm gonna sell Gunslinger real quick. do they not sell thieves' tools then?
No, not something they have for sale here.
Rip off. Rip off.
Cool.
What?
Right.
Hold on. Why is scale metal cheaper than splint?
Don't think that's scale mail. That's merchant scales.
No. Scale metal is 50 gold. Splint is
Oh.
200.
Yeah.
Why?
Splint is
It's
heavy.
Yeah.
It's higher AC.
Is it?
Yeah.
I thought it
Splints
was
are
light armor.
Splints are 17.
Oh.
Well, yeah, Splint's heavy armor, isn't it?
Splint is
Splint's
big.
heavy, scale mail's medium.
What does Artir have? Does he have medium or heavy?
Heavy.
I'll buy him splint.
I already have plate, but thank you.
Oh. What does plate give?
18.
Oh.
Anyone that
okay.
spends some time in the smelting pot looking at their wares, by the way, might notice that the splint armor there, funny enough you should mention it, Nix, looks quite similar to that which was worn by the vigilante, which was seen by two of the members of the party last night.
Oh.
That's interesting.
It might be the blacksmith, I guess.
So it's like a full body suit of armor.
Yeah, it's not a complete match what you see, but you can see some similarities. Yeah,
Um,
it's
The figure
definitely
from last night.
yeah.
Halfling or human?
Taller than a halfling, definitely taller than a halfling.
Yeah, you said that. Cool.
The
Interesting.
blacksmith is a halfling, by the way.
Yeah.
I'll ask him. Do you sell much of that armor?
The splint, kind of heavy gear really for the kind of clientele we usually work with. Not something I sell often.
I ran into, or I suppose not ran into. That's not the right word. Had a interaction with a individual wearing armor very very similar to that. Little bit adjusted. It was almost like a full kind of body coating of armor. They didn't look to be halfling. Looked to be more kind of human height. I don't suppose you've made anything for someone of that size anytime recently.
He sort of turns his back to you and carries on working on some weaponry he's working on. He just says, "I wouldn't know nothing about that."
It's a shame. There would have been likely a decent amount of stuff in it for you if you did. Oh well, I guess we'll go look somewhere else.
He doesn't turn back to look at you. He just stays silent. He just carries on about his work. He does not engage.
I gesture it to the rest of it. I go, this guy knows something.
He does.
So, how much would it take to, for you to tell us what you know?
And he quite loudly just sort of sniffs and just carries on doing what he's doing. Just doesn't even acknowledge you.
200? Fine then.
He just goes, be seeing you.
Yeah,
You-
you definitely will.
Ooh. Do you I'm aware this isn't the right kind of establishment you deal with. I'm assuming metals and smithing. But do you know anywhere in the town I could look into buying some gemstones, or is this the wrong kind of place? I know they're not generally found in Austral, or they're normally imported in, but I'm after some.
Nothing around here, no. And
Not to
he
worry.
just carries on hammering away at this sort of weaponry he's working on. Yeah, what would you like to do? Whilst this is going on, Elwyn, you've had time. You can catch an hour. It's not a problem.
I'll get some feathers. How many can I get?
Well, you can get a handful, like 6, 7.
Cool.
Perfect. Well, next, I think we want to go and see the mayor.
Yeah. We also
Yeah.
might have some news on this vigilante guy, because we've most likely figured out who's selling his armor.
Hmm.
Are we still in the blacksmiths?
No, I assume we're wandering.
Walking around. I've bought a cloak with a hood, by the way, just because
Because you
I feel
could.
I might need a hood. I shall replace my hat with it. So we could go and talk to the mayor and offer to help with his vigilante problem, or we could just carry on stirring it up ourselves.
Have I caught back up the group yet, or
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah,
cool?
yeah.
I'm guessing
What we
Pepper
could
could probably
do-
find.
What we could do is, so we sort out the vigilante problem in trade for a ship.
Yeah, I might be able to get some
Not too bad
gold
one
for it as
thing.
well. Gold and a ship.
Yeah. We say we'll borrow a ship and never give it back.
Yeah. Or just say we're going to park it somewhere for him to collect.
Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about that, but I guess we can talk about it. Also, which one of us is sailing the ship?
Hey,
Do you know how?
no.
Are you a
would I-
swashbuckler?
No, I've only got one level in rogue.
No, swashbuckler.
What do you mean?
Ain't swashbuckler a type of pirate?
Yeah,
So wouldn't
But
you know how to
I'm not a
sail a
pirate.
boat?
Though. I'm not a pirate there.
But you're a swashbuckler.
No.
So let's, if we before we buy a boat, let's just consider what we're going to do with it.
Does anyone know how to sail a boat? Arthur, have you been taught this sort of stuff? Because you've obviously been, taught by, to fight and good stuff. So, you've been taught how to sail a boat?
Can't be that hard, right?
Yeah, I mean, but
Probably depends what type of boat. If you guys get like a small fishing boat, probably relatively easy. If you get yourselves a galleon, maybe a bit more of a challenge. I mean, I've seen Cormac and Jake try and crew a galleon, so.
I have successfully crewed a galleon with Cormac. Thank you
Have?
very much. Me and Cormac are great pirates.
yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm somewhat referring to the one shot and somewhat referring to your Sea of Thieves exploits, neither of which that impressive, but
Yeah, you
I
can
mean,
talk.
Captain Bob or whatever, he's supposed to be able to pilot a boat, and he managed to drive it into the rocks.
Yeah, good
Yeah,
point.
Let's just say that I'm not entirely sure I want to go sailing around the coast with you.
What? I think it'd be cool. Have our own boat. You could be Captain Carl.
I don't want to
I
drown.
think we should change Carl's name for the moment being.
Captain Brian.
I think Garl Carbon.
Gull Carbon.
Gull. I quite like Gull.
Captain Gull. The dread pirate of the seas.
Dread pirate Gull.
No one will ever see through that.
I've
Yeah.
got a.
Let's just become pirates now.
I've got an eye patch and a false eye.
Yeah, you do, don't you?
Oh my
Why did you
god.
put them in?
Yeah.
No, because I looked at it and I think you have to take out your actual eye.
Yeah, you have to take out. Hold on.
Yeah.
But
It's
that's
gonna be
going to be
everywhere.
amazing.
It's going to be Aaron's finger all over again.
Yeah, while it's embedded in your eye socket. It's no. Yeah, it replaces a real one that was lost or removed. I have neither lost nor removed my eye.
What if we removed one?
Do you want to try?
You want me to try?
I do not want you to try.
I reckon I'll be very good at it.
Go on, let's go piss off the Met.
Yeah.
The Baron Ardup.
Yeah, you it's quite easy to find this. There's this sort of office in the centre of town. When you get there, there's a small queue. It seems that quite a few of the residents have come to sort of hold sort of council with the Baron. You have to wait briefly, but you only have to wait sort of 15 minutes or so. It's not like a massive queue, and you then get ushered in by like a receptionist, and you sort of head into this. It's a relatively modest sort of office. It's a good size, but it's not like extravagantly decorated or anything. As you go in, there is a blonde-haired halfling sat behind a desk, and he sort of ushers you in and gestures for you to sit down. As soon as you walk in, he says, Vinkus Mooncloak, Baron of Hayden Cove, you don't look familiar. This is normally for locals who need some kind of assistance. How can I help?
Like, you're the one that needs some assistance.
How so, sir?
We've been here. We been hearing about your vigilante problem, I guess you could say.
I have no understanding of what it is you refer to. You're...
Oh, that's what the people that were sleeping on the job last night said. They got knocked out by someone.
Ah, you must be the confrontational gentleman that Faurus and Rickamin encountered last evening when they were tired from a... It's been a long few weeks for my guards.
But they were the ones that pulled their swords on us first. We weren't gonna,
If you are here to make accusations about my guards, then...
No. We just want to help, because we've witnessed your vigilante problem, and we want to help.
Your offer of help is most gracious. If we ever do happen to have, as you call it, a vigilante problem, I'm sure you would be top of the list of people I'd be looking to consult for such an issue. You can almost feel the sort of absolute just disrespect dripping from this as he sort of just shoots down your offer. He says, if I assume it is work you're looking for.
No, I'm not looking for your work. Because I've heard about your work, and it's not the best. But, we just want to help, sir. Like, we literally saw what happened last night.
Well, I
Did I
have
tell you about what happened?
I have all the appreciation that you would expect for groups of strangers that go town to town looking to help. A noble cause, I'm sure, even for an elf. But really, your assistance is not required, not needed, and most certainly not going to be paid for. If that's where this is headed.
No, that's not where it was going to be headed, to be fair. But okay, we'll just do it ourselves then.
Look, if you're here for the contract, you'll be the second group to have come through in the space of a week.
What contract?
If not, the contract for the missing merchant vessel, the Whippet.
No. We just said.
In which case, I bid you good day and suggest that our business is finished.
Where can we see details of this contract?
Is Phil phoning in all of a sudden?
He was really like just like,
I reckon his headset's died and it's going off his
Sorry.
webcam.
It's all good.
I moved I moved the microphone. Is that better?
No, it's all good. Yeah, I was just really curious. It sounded all different for a moment. There is some contracted work available. A group in the last week attempted and were unable to satisfy the requirements. They were the third within the last fortnight. I assume that is what brought sellswords like yourself through to this establishment.
the only reason we're here is because the boat crashed and we've got to stay here.
Oh.
I want to be here as long as I can. I want to go.
So you've lost the Whippet and you want someone to find it?
The Whippet, it's a matter of public record, the contract. So, the Whippet was due in town 3 weeks ago now, and has not arrived. It had some most precious cargo aboard. I fear at this point it must have been sunk, quite likely due to the malfunctioning of our lighthouse. Initially, the contract was issued for anyone that could find the ship for us, but at this point, what we are really looking for is evidence of the ship's fate, so we can claim the proper compensation from our underwriters. Although there is some particular cargo and rewards for anyone that can return items of value.
If only there was someone that was going around messing with your guards that would want to upset your city, that was doing these sort of things, that would do it.
And he sort of looks at you at this point, and he pushes up this pair of glasses he has on his nose, and he says, I've entertained this fiction for plenty of time now. There are other members of the town who will be looking for my assistance in their day-to-day needs, and they probably have some serious business for us to discuss. Unless there's anything else I can assist you with, gentlemen.
I've just found out a boat that's got some nice treasure that I can just take for myself. Maybe I'll just go and get it. And no one's just gonna leave.
Well, we just offered to make it so, your guards don't have as much to do on their job, but you refuse, so you're obviously not a good boss. And then I'll walk out as well.
I will follow them.
He looks at you, Arthur, the last one left, and he says, good day to you then, sir.
Probably not. So you never know if he's actually in the suit.
Now the question is, do we just go and start killing his guards just to make it seem like this vigilante person is making more of a thing, so then he calls on us and gives us more money? Or do we just go and find that ship? Or do we just go and kill...
No one's gonna go and find that ship.
We can't. First of all, we can't sail.
Why not? We could definitely sail.
I think I need to sit down, Nix, and explain that yes, we did kill the owner of the record, but she was a vampire. Just killing people isn't what we do
Oh, okay. Well,
usually.
yeah, usually.
Although I do like the idea of just killing guards till he gives a job to find a vigilante that's killing the guards.
What are we doing then? We're gonna find this boat. We're gonna find this vigilante.
I mean, if you're planning to find the boat, do you have any information on where it is, where it was, anything like
In the sea.
Nope.
that? That's fine then.
Not
It's
on land.
apparently public record. I guess we're gonna go and find where this contract's posted.
Or the docks.
Yeah, probably start with the docks. Now, Elwyn, I know you wanna set out, but maybe just go walk around here and not killing the guards.
I've not fought any guards. You know me, Carl.
Yeah,
Carl.
indeed. Yeah. No, it's just dock workers you like to stab.
I did it once.
Once it was only 2 months ago.
Yeah. But anyway, I am going to go and find that boat. And I'm going to keep the loot for myself.
I'll come with you and try and persuade you to share it with us. This seems like a way to spend a few days.
Which sort of 5 square foot area of the ocean do you guys want to start in?
My question is, when I summon fake creatures, do I have like a mental thing for them, so they find something to like mentally tell me, or do I need them to return to me after they've gone out?
There's no like. I don't believe there's any kind of connection with. I can double check the word no, but no, I don't believe so.
Yeah, that's why. Okay.
Yeah, I mean they can only take verbal commands from you, so I would assume that they have no kind of like telepathic connection or a mental connection or anything though.
Would they do if I speak to animals and talk to them that way? That means I can at least give them better communication, or would they still be the same communication?
You could do it. It seems like overkill, I would suggest, in terms of your spell slots. I mean, literally, Conjure Animals lets you give them verbal commands.
Okay. Let's go to docks and find out which direction this boat was coming from.
Yeah, I think go to the docks, find out more about this boat and the story behind it.
You speak to a few workers at the docks, a couple of sort of ship hands. Nobody seems to know anything. Nobody they know that there is a contract out for a missing merchant vessel. But it was a vessel that belonged to the Baron. They have no sort of like direct record of its whereabouts, its comings and goings, anything like that. It's a private vessel.
When did the lighthouse break?
They tell you it's not been functioning for about 2 months now.
And when was this boat meant to turn up?
3 weeks ago.
Okay.
Yeah, the two things are related, surely.
Yeah, so I was thinking if someone broke the lighthouse, so that boat breaks, and what day is it? Is this still morning?
Yeah. What are you thinking?
So thinking?
I think I could just spend a whole day just sitting in the ocean, casting 9 spells, so a good few hours just sending different beasts out doing search for me.
I mean, the odds of finding a boat that way are probably slim, but I'd bet they're not entirely zero.
I don't know, I could send out 8 seahorses, or 16, and then I can speak to animals 7 times.
Oh, fucking hell.
And then I'm sure someone else has got to speak to animals thing, they can do it as well.
I mean,
Just send-
these creatures do disappear after 1 hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully I'm going to send them up for half an hour and then they're going to come back with a shake or a nod. And the ones that don't come back, that's the direction we need to go in.
It's an option.
It's,
I'm not sure how I feel about this logic.
yeah, I'm not sure about the logic. I think. So do we know where the boat was coming from?
No.
No, they didn't give us that information.
Can we find out?
I mean, we probably have to go speak to the Baron about the contract.
Well,
No, I said it's in public records, right?
public record, so maybe it's posted somewhere.
It's public record that there is a contract available.
Yeah, I think the contract is his, right? Was the intent we were getting from how he was speaking. And he also happens to have boats for sale. For if, the party didn't have a boat,
Which, of course, we don't.
we could get one. I'm just saying, we could be pirates.
I am fine with being pirates. That'd be fun.
Alwyn doesn't want to be a pirate. He doesn't like the sea.
To be land pirates.
You have to be a land pirate.
I think. What do I think? I think heading up to the lighthouse, maybe? Have a look up there. How would we go? How would you go about looking for a boat?
I thought I was going to send some fish in there.
Well, it's where? I mean, it's a big ocean. I think.
I can talk to fish, and if they've seen something, they will give me the information if they've seen it.
That likely doesn't work until we're out far in the sea, closer to wherever this boat was, though.
Alwyn's probably not the greatest of swimmers.
I say the. How far away is the lighthouse?
You can't see it. You certainly can't see one nearby.
Is it-
I will suggest, with the time as it is, as it's just creeping up to 10 p.m. now, you guys can have like 7 days to ruminate
Yeah, we should. Yeah,
what you'd like to do next.
feels a little bit. They're a bit.
Unless anyone has an immediate thing they want to do.
What I would like to do is just to do it now before we forget, but at some point I want to go off back to the room and I want to cast Identify on the stink bomb.
Yeah, we can do that quick.
Yeah.
I suspect we've got time to do that before we finish.
Well, it'll disappear once you use it, or do you get to use it the whole time?
The pearl, I think, remains. The feathers, I'm not sure about.
Yeah, no, they all remain. If things are consumed by a spell, it tells you in the cost.
Yeah.
Otherwise, as long as you have it, it's like it does specify if it's like if it burns the resources. I remember what identify does and doesn't tell you.
The properties, how to use them, whether it requires attunement, how many charges. whether any spells are affecting the item and what they are. If it was created by a spell, you learn which spell created it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's between the identify spell and just your powers of identification. Looking through it, it's clearly like a handmade toy puzzle of some type. Doesn't require attunement. It seems to have no magical properties other than it emanates this horrific smell. There seems to be no way to turn it off or on. It seems like it is just permanently giving off this magical smell of sewage. There's no spells on it though, or anything like that. And it wasn't created by a spell. It's kind of been. It's certainly created. It's man-made. It is a magical effect, but it's been physically made.
Wow. Well, that's a thing.
It's a
I
smelly
will
puzzle.
pass. Yeah, I will pass the information on to the rest of them. Do we want this thing?
Nope.
In which case, having experimented with my ability to unpack the magic from it, I will drop it in a ditch or somewhere around town.
Left it in the mansion of the Baron.
I did think about going back to do that, but he hasn't done anything to piss me off. He was a bit rude.
Yeah, so you're just dropping it. You're just dropping it like a roadside in town, yeah.
Yeah, just gonna dump it because
Nice.
it stinks.
Yeah.
Does the stink pervade? So once we get rid of it, can I still smell it?
If you walk away from it, you're fine. It's just the item itself that the scent comes from. Yeah.
That sort of thing.
Yeah. You drop it. You just sort of drop it at rote after sort of identifying it, and realizing that this thing is. At least it doesn't seem to be of any immediate value to you or use to you. And as you drop it, there's a halfling child. Looks sort of 7, 8 years old. As you drop it, they run over and grab it and sniffs it and starts laughing. Turns around and calls out. You see there's a group of kids nearby and calls out and goes, it's another one of his toys, the Tinkerer. And they throw it over to all their friends, and they all start smelling it. And the kids start sort of laughing and almost sort of celebrating this item a little bit. And then they dash off down one of the side streets.
Looks like the Vigilant might have a name.
And that's where we'll leave things, I think.
Excellent. Interesting.